Hi everybody, looks like I'm live. Okay, hi everybody, my name is Eugene Macarus and welcome to another edition of Abby Life. Today I'm going to talk about the topic that is near to our hearts. That is, we have visitors but no one is buying. Good morning from Singapore. As you can see, it's a bright and sunny morning. And I'm in this place where it's a stadium. The stadium where the kids are practicing their soccer. As you can see. Huge stadium here. Yep, there's huge stadium here. I thought this is a nice backdrop that we can do our Abby Life. So I got a message from one of the members. Okay, message me. Okay, I'll just keep the member anonymous, but the message is the same. I have got 100 visitors, but I have not have any sales. I've got 100 visitors, but I've not got any sales. So this is very common for newbies, that you have 100 visitors, but not many sales. So let me give you a context of where I'm at right now. Roughly, I'm at a stage where I'm almost making $1 for every visitor that I bring to the site. So for example, if I have 200 website visitors, I will make almost about $200, and this is including costs. But I think over time it will improve. So basically right now, I can estimate that if I have like 500 visitors in a month, I will make $500 a month, right? So how do we get there? Okay, the trick is not bringing a lot of visitors to your site. I mean, traditionally a lot of gurus say, okay, when your page is a new one, you run a worldwide to people who love dogs, and then you post cute dogs photos, and then you run it to somebody that like a dog, right? And then they will eventually cause a PPE engagement of your post to go crazy, or cute dog video, right? And then the dog video will get a lot of shares, correct? Cute dog video, and the dog video will get a lot of shares. Well, this used to be true. I mean, I personally tried it for some viral video. I was able to get the engagement cost at 0.0003 cents per engagement. That is 0.0003, right? I'm able to get that per engagement, right? This was before Facebook do the restriction on the personal feed, personal Facebook feed. Now Facebook do a restriction that personal Facebook feeds only comes from friends and no longer from businesses, right? So then the reach essentially dwindle. Now the point I want to make is this: you can do PPE Worldwide. You can get people in under PPE Worldwide. I can run a PPE to worldwide audience, right? I can run a PPE to worldwide audience that like dogs. But let me tell you, based on my personal experience, when I run PPE, which are the countries that engage the most? Countries like Nepal, India, Pakistan, okay? Nepal, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and a few others. But basically, I mean, talking about, these countries probably probably Indonesia and all that as well. Yes, there are people that engage your ad, there are people that share your ad. But let's think for a moment, people in Nepal, they share your ad. You know, their friends get excited. But then you realize that maybe perhaps Nepal, the penetration rate of credit card is low. So in the first place, how are they going to buy it? That's one. Number two, their exchange rate is not favorable. Even a product like 10 USD, it costs a lot to them. For example, right? There are countries that you know, due to the exchange rate, your products become premium, even for a $10 product. Then, how are you going to target them? Or why are you targeting them in the first place, right? So you have to see that PPE engagement can give you, you know, ads and even likes. But your likes essentially become useless because whatever you post, yes, people will like it, but people will not buy it. People will share it, but people will not buy it, because when people share it, let's say for example, I'm a person from Nepal and I share it with my friends like it, get excited and comment and all that, how to buy and all that. At the end of the day, they do not have a credit card to buy. Then what's the point? Or at the end of the day, even if you say it's 10 USD, they say it's so expensive because when they convert to their local currency, it is indeed expensive, right? So why bother to do PPE to countries that, in other words, will not convert? It's just waste your time and waste your money. But there are people that have success when they run purchase ad worldwide and then they get purchases. So that really depends, okay? But basically, one of the point is, why are you getting good traffic but you're not getting people to convert? One possible reason is because you're targeting worldwide. People do not have credit card. People find the product expensive due to the exchange rate. This is one possible reason. There are many reasons. Okay, so we'll run through that. So one possible reason is this. Okay, here's the thing. There are, I think, 3 or 4 members that left after a post-mortem of their site because the truth hurts and they cannot handle it. Well, the fact of the matter is this, okay? Your site is truly sucky. Your site is truly sucky. Accept the fact. Change it. Your site is about dog. Even if a cat lover give you a feedback that your website sucks, you better listen, okay? Because you are missing the basic fundamental point, right? What is the point that you have a website? Website is supposed to be informational. Website is supposed to describe the product. Website is supposed to tell people the benefits of the product, features of the product, and what problem it solves. Are your product description doing this? Is your image doing this? Are you doing a service or a disservice to your prospective customer? Remember, I posted something back that says, marketing bring you prospects, right? Marketing brings you prospects. But when the prospect says no, that is where the selling starts. When the prospect says no, that is where the selling starts. So how do you sell in the first place? When people come to your website, firstly, is it properly categorized, right? If you can have a general store, it's okay. But your general store, all the female items should be grouped together. All the ladies' clothing should be grouped together. All the winter wear should be grouped together. All the shoes should be grouped together. Or maybe you have a group that is shoes, then you have a subgroup that is ladies' shoes, men's shoes, children's shoes, that kind of thing. Or you can have like how the department store organize their product. They have children department, ladies department, and then when you go into the children department, you have the children's shoes, you have the children's sweater, you have children's play, children's toys, that kind of thing. So it's how you structure it. You know, there are people that says, okay, I'm selling a general store, but in my in my front page, I have like all sort of different products, right? So as a consumer, I go to your store, I get confused, right? So maybe you can keep it simple. In maybe your front page, you can have all the categories, right? You can have all the categories rather than have list products that is all over the place. Your front page can have all the categories, so when people come to your website, your home page, people know, hey, this guy is a general store. The fact of the matter is this: when you go to a website, it's a general store. What would you like to see? Would you like to see a mishmash of products, or would you like to see like category that is properly categorized? So for example, when you walk in, right, you walk into a physical department store, they have a list, they have a list that's before you go up the escalator, they have a list, the escalator actually tells you level 1 women's department, level 2 men's department, level 3 children's and shoes, for example. So they have an index. So when people go to your website, are you providing this index, or are you just providing a mishmash of products, and then people are saying, somehow didn't gel? Let's say, for example, they are brought in by a scarf that you are advertising. So there are two ways, or there are a couple of ways in which you can bring people. Like for example, you have FB ads on a particular scarf. You can bring people to the actual scarf page, and then it has related products related to the scarf. Or you can bring people to a product that's all scarf, or you can bring a landing page to a product that is all women's accessories. You have to test, which things work for you, right? So things like that, simple things like that. Are you testing? Are you doing what the industry call A/B testing? A/B testing means scenario A is I run the same ad, my landing page is the product page of the ad. Scenario B is I run the same ad, but my same ad copy, only thing the landing page is different. Landing page this time goes to the woman's accessories page. So scenario 1, scenario 2, run the same ad, run like $3, $5 a day, or whatever, $10 a day. Same ad amount, same period that you run the ad, let's say for 3 days. Both you run at the same, you start the ad at the same time and end at the same time, and then you do your comparison. You can do Google Analytics, what you call UTM tracking. So Google Analytics UTM tracking enable you to code certain things as part of, for example, is campaign and keywords and all that. So you can actually backend in Google Analytics track this, right? So the thing is, are you tracking? Are you tracking, for example, which ad, or even if you don't use Google Analytics UTM because you are a newbie, you don't know how to configure, it's fine. Let's say you're not using the Google Analytics UTM, you're using just normal Facebook ad manager, right? You run the ads, after 3 days you stop the ads, you see which ads gives you more sales, right? Maybe you'll be surprised that when you are landing on the women's accessories page, you get more sales in terms of scarf, and you get more sales in terms of brooches as well. So that's the thing. Sometimes landing on the category page might bring you sales of other products. So you'll never know until you test, because each different niche is different. The problem with Facebook ads is you have to test, right? You have to test, right? Come to point number 3. Basic fundamental. Is your website checkout working in the first place? Did you check your checkout process? Did you create a $1 product and then you try to buy it? Does it work? Is it inconvenient, the user? Right? Is it too many steps that require the user to check out? How can you make the checkout interface better? So these are some of the things that you need to look at, right? Is your checkout working in the first place? right? So first point is you might be running to a audience that is interested but have no means to buy. Second point is your ads, are you doing A/B testing? Third point, is your website checkout working in the first place, right? Fourth point, are you speaking the lingo of your target audience? And simple lingo means this: are you using slang that people doesn't understand, right? I mean, basically, let's say you are based in Australia and all that, there's a certain common slang word that you use that means something cool and all that, but the rest of the world might not understand this, so don't use it if your target market is the rest of the world. But if you are targeting purely Australia and Australians understand this slang or this lingo, then you can use it, right? Don't use lingo. Generally keep your language simple. Keep your language simple, okay? Please do not copy AliExpress description and product name wholesale. Do not do that, okay? Write your own product description. If you have problem, then these are the kind of things that you can outsource to Fiverr, okay? Not SEO, please, okay? Not buying of backlinks, please. Never buy backlinks from SEO. It will screw up your website traffic. It will give you a lot of traffic, but in the end, people will not buy, right? So that is the thing. You must speak the lingo of your customer. Test out your products. Test out your website. Constantly improve your website. So the next point I want to talk on is colors. Psychology of colors. Read up in internet. It is very interesting, psychology of colors. I think I do have some information in the group. Do search it. If not, you let me know. I'll just try to pump in some information about it. When you look at psychology of colors, you will understand why people like IBM choose blue, which is traditionally blue is used for tech company and things like that, and why certain company, certain furniture lifestyle, they use cream colors and lighter colors, country colors, and also look at, there are tools that enable you, free tools that enable you to pick 3 or 4 complementary colors for your website. So things like that. This kind of thing affects the buyer's psychology. Like it or not, as much as you would like to deny it, it's a fact. Okay, too bad. I'm telling you, it's a fact in your face. Alright? It is truly a fact. The colors play a part. And do you bother to section your website nicely, finer details, making your website, if you're selling for female stuff, do you have small stuff that is nice, maybe a small rose at the corner or things like that, but it has to appeal to the whole design. But what I'm trying to say, even small things matter. Certain things like that matter in the long term, on whether you get sales, whether you get little sales or a lot of sales, right? It's all about the perception, the branding, and the understanding of the brand and what you are portraying to the customer. Every single aspect plays an important part to make sure that people buy your products. Okay, when I first started out, everything was on sale. And it becomes ridiculous when people go to your homepage, everything is on sale. You can have selected items on sale, or you can have even rotational items on sale. Let's say you are a general store, it's a general store, this week it can be Women's Week. Next week can be men's week. Next week, children's week, toys week, that kind of thing. So you can have rotational, right? Once a week, different promotion, and you can have an excuse to send your subscribers an email every week because you have sneak preview sales, right? Here's the thing. In marketing, you need to play on emotions. What do I mean by that? A favorite emotion in marketing is this: the fear of missing out. The fear of missing out, let's say for example, I'm saying that every week I'm giving a 30% discount on different products in my store. If you want the discount, join my mailing list. So it's a fear of missing out a good deal that will make people subscribe to your mailing list. Are you doing this? It's that simple. Women's Week, 30% off all items. If you want to be part of this, subscribe here. Yes. Always be aware of what the industry is doing. So always be aware of the situations that you have, and yes, constantly work on all these points that I share with you, so that you'll get, like for example, you'll get almost a good rate like me. For every visitor you bring, almost $1 come in, right? So with that, I kind of want to conclude this. So what was the breakthrough for you in getting sales, Eugene? Okay, that's a very good question, Will Mendes. Oh, thank you so much for the so many thumbs up. Right, so for me, it is the realization of a couple of things for me. Okay, let me summarize it for you so that you all don't make the same mistakes. Number one, all my thing is on sale. That's for sure. Number two, I was not working on my product description page. I was essentially copying the AliExpress thing and just making small changes. Number three, I was not putting trust badges. For example, things like guaranteed checkout, safe checkout, that kind of thing, safe delivery, that kind of thing. Those kind of trust badges. The experience of my website checkout was not that good, so I try to improve on it. So these are the points really. Okay, so I am being very candid about what the mistakes I do. Not many gurus will actually tell you all these insider secrets. Okay, I have done Shopify a lot. For a year. I wouldn't say I'm very successful. I mean, I've only made about 1,300 sales in the last 3 months or something like that. 1,600 sales in the last 3 months of the year. Right? It's not even enough to cover my yearly subscription, right? But I have years of experience in social media consulting, SEO consulting, so I am able to bring to you what I know, right? So this is some of my learnings that I have shared. I hope that you guys have benefited from this. So thank you very much for watching my FB Live, and I got to sign out now. So I'll see you in the group. All right, thank you and have a good day ahead.